And I say, Fahid, get the fucking Ferrari. We're going to fucking chase this car. The police officer goes, excuse me, no, you can't chase it. I said, whoa, if the police aren't going to chase the car, I'll chase my own fucking car. So I called my boy. I said, he's coming to get me in 15 minutes in his Ferrari. We'll fucking chase the car. You're telling me your car can't catch it. We'll catch it. And they go, no, that's unlawful behavior. She gets on the radio saying, he's going to chase the car, he's going to chase the car. Over the radio, I heard them discussing detaining me. The Met police are now threatening to arrest me to prevent me from fucking chasing my own car through London because it's a public health hazard. Unbelievable. I'm sitting there saying, is this the fucking clown world Britain has become? Are you serious that we know where the stolen car is? You won't even fucking intercept it. And when I want to go intercept my own car, you're threatening to arrest me to prevent me from damaging public health? What kind of fucking, what planet is this? What planet is this? They're on the radio back and forth, back and forth. And I heard the little one say, maybe we need a male officer. Basically saying, we can't arrest this dude. So you got these two little women who can't arrest me, but threatening to. Can't chase anyone, but telling me I have to fucking sit still. So I said, okay, I agree. This is my public declaration. I got my phone out and start recording. I wish I still had this fucking video. This is my declaration. I agree. I will not chase the car. I'm saying now I'm free to go. I'm not a criminal. I'm free to go. I will not chase the car. And they were like, they knew I was lying. They were like, he's going to go chase the car. So you're free to go. I've left my statement. Thank you, officers. Thank you. I'm going. I just want to leave. I'm leaving now of my own free will. You have no reason to arrest me. So I started saying this, and they were saying on the radio, oh, he's here. And they started explaining what's going to happen on the radio. Eventually, someone half sane over the radio said, okay, we're going to send an interception unit. And they sent the tuned BMWs. In England, the Met police have these supercharged BMWs. They sent the tuned BMWs to the location. And my boy Fahid pulls up outside. I jump in the Rari in front of the two stupid-ass standing there watching me, and we fucking speed off. So by the time I get to the car's location, the police are already there. And what the thieves have done is they've taken the car, stripped it of all my briefcase, everything, and they parked it. And the reason they do this is because they know luxury cars have trackers. So they park it in like a hidden location, and they leave it for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. And they wait and see if it gets found. And if it doesn't get found, then they worry about what to do with it. Because they don't want to do anything too much of it while there's a tracker on it, because they get caught in the car. And they have a lookout. So they have a lookout watching to see if police turn up. So once the police turn up, the thieves know the game's up. So when we got there, the police were already there, and the police are like looking in the windows around and goes, yeah, in one of these council houses, they have a lookout who's been here waiting for us, who's probably already told the thieves that the car had a tracker. I said, well, is there any way we can find out who to look at it? He goes, no, it's just going to be like some cousin or some friend, someone who you can't link to them in any way. There's a lot of houses around here. It's impossible for us to say who it is or what it is. So basically all you can do is take your car back now. I was like, okay. And I went to open the car to sit inside of it, and there's a newspaper. In fact, stay right here. I need to demonstrate this for you so you understand it. There was a newspaper. Check this. Imagine this is a newspaper. And there was a newspaper folded in half, so like a newspaper like this. And it had tape on the bottom. Some tape. It was like this and had some tape. And it was on the passenger seat. So I get in the car. I didn't want to touch it. I said to the police, that's not mine. It might be some prints or something. They left that there. Police officer goes, okay, puts his gloves on, takes it, picks it up. It wasn't a newspaper. Inside was a fucking knife. So it's 2 or 3 pieces of paper like this. It's thin. This is the handle with tape. And it looks like they're holding a piece of paper, but they can just fucking stab you. Never see it in a million years. Fucking a knife was sitting there. So if I would have intercepted them, if I would have come out at the time, it could have got fucking messy, because we know how people get stabbed in London. And it wasn't a small knife. It was a good knife. Like, you'd be fucked. So there's a knife there. So they take the knife for DNA. I take my car to Aston Martin because they drove over speed bumps too fast, fucked the whole car up. So, next day I get a call from the head of organized crime for the Met. And he said, hi, my name is whatever, I can't remember his name now, Mark something. I'm the head of organized crime for the Metropolitan Police. The gang who stole your car have stole $40 million worth of cars in the last 6 months. This is an epidemic that's plaguing our city. It's going to damage our economy. We cannot have people coming here with luxury cars and the cars go missing. And your car is the first major breakthrough where we got DNA and fingerprints from the weapon that's been recovered from the car. Can you come down to the police station ASAP? And for once I thought, you know what? Through all the incompetence, I mean, obviously the 2 female officers were incompetent. So I got on the police station, he goes, your car, I didn't know any of this, there's 3 brackets of theft, and because your car is worth over 100,000 pounds, it's like grand theft. It's the highest value theft, and these people are going to be looking to do 5 to 6 years. We now have their DNA and fingerprints. We know who they are. Also, the police impressed me. What happened was, the fuckers, when they took my briefcase, took all my debit cards, and they've been running around stores, and because they didn't know my PIN code, contactlessly buying things in Tesco and shit. And like generic shit, like washing powder, food, bullshit. So the police in 24 hours had already had all the CCTV from all the Tesco stores when my card was used and had all their faces. So now we have their faces, and we have their DNA, and we have their fingerprints. And we had their receipts of things they were buying. So I'm sitting there in front of in the Met, head of Met, and I was super impressed. I was like, wow, so you know who they are? You got their faces. We know everything they've bought, where they've been, da-da-da. Because literally after they stole my car, after they parked the car, they just went on a fucking shopping spree. And I said, why do they buy so much generic, boring shit? And he goes, well, this is their job. They're thieves. Being a thief is their job, and they need washing powder and bullshit normal things. They just run around Tesco buying stuff. So he goes, we're going to be making arrests in the next 2 days. I was like, bam! And how long are these guys going to jail? He goes, minimum 5 years. So I was impressed for once. Impressed with the police for once. So I went home, chilling. 2 days later, I get a call from the guy. Bad news. Well, what's the bad news? He goes, they fled the country. So he goes, someone must have tipped them off, or they must have known that somehow, maybe they looked you up on social media because they looked at your name, they know you're an influential person. I also tweeted something at the time about my car getting stolen, and he goes, maybe they're the country, they've all gone to Morocco. They're Tunisian nationals, but they've all gone to Morocco. I was like, okay, cool. He goes, but don't worry, we're going to be looking to apprehend them when they return to the country, blah, 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 blah. What happened next was a long series of bullshit. What happened was that I was chasing the police every couple days for an update, and they just stopped replying to me. The police basically wouldn't reply to me anymore. 3 months after this, eventually I get an email from this guy going, hi, can you come down to the police station again? I fucking drive down to London again. I get in the police station and go, what's going on? Have we found them yet? He goes, they're back in the country, but they're under surveillance for some other crime, some other part of an organized criminal syndicate, and they're under surveillance by MI5, so we cannot arrest them because they're literally under surveillance for something else. So they're back in the country and they're running around free, but they're under surveillance by a special branch, I don't know who, he didn't say MI5, but some special branch of the police force, so we can't arrest them because they're involved in high-level drug trafficking, human trafficking, all these things. Cool. So basically they're running around free. He goes, yeah, but when we catch them and arrest them for the other things, your charge is going to be put on top. These people are going to jail for a very, very long time. Whatever. Email. Months and months and months, never heard anything. About 2 weeks ago, that's the reason I'm telling this story now. 2 weeks ago, I finally got an email from the police officer. The police officer, this is maybe 3 or 4 years ago this happened. 4 years later, I got an email from the police officer. Do you know what he said? Hi, just to give you an update, Mr. Tate. One of the men is in jail for life, and the other 2 have fled the country and haven't returned. I was like, okay, well, can I call you? So I called him. I said, so where are the 2 gone? He goes, well, they fled the country out of Morocco, and we don't believe they're ever going to return to the UK because the 3 of them were involved in a murder, a double homicide, and we only caught 1 of them. So one of the guys stabbed someone to death and is now in jail, and the other 2 have fled the country forever. Now, they could have saved that person's life. The person who got stabbed to death could still be alive today if they arrested the fuckers when they stole my fucking car. But instead they let them run around London, watching them. Let's just watch them while they fucking committed crime after crime after crime and ended up stabbing some innocent guy to death. Some dude who was like 42 with like 4 kids. Some fucking normal dude. Stabbed him to death for his fucking wallet. So 1's gone to jail, 2 are in fucking Morocco living the high life. That is the British justice system. The only person who fucking was getting, besides the dude in jail, I had more threats of arrest than the other 2. The other 2 fuckers weren't even getting threatened to be arrested. They were going to arrest me for trying to get my own fucking car back. London is a failed society.